So we are ready to sew the back seam of our spider pincushion together. And to do that, I'm going to use Aurifil 50 weight thread. It's one of my favorites. We're going to use some Thread Magic. I have a leather thimble and a Hummingbird Threader. These are going to make my life easier. And then we also have these lipstick cases that are actually our pin cases. When I saw these, I was like, these are the coolest. And they're small and they're compact and they fit in my bag for when I travel on the road. So we're going to take out a needle. I'm going to show you here on this little Hummingbird Threader. You pop up the cover, there's a little steel beak, and you just roll the needle on your finger until it pops into the metal. The metal pops into the needle, I should say. And there's a little hook at the end of the metal, and it'll catch your thread. And then you hold the thread taut and slide the needle out by pulling the bird. There you go. Piece of cake. Who says you have to see the needle to thread it? All right. I am going to do double strand thread because I don't want this busting open. And I'm going to do a tailor's knot. And how you do a tailor's knot is you hold the needle straight, take the tails of the thread and do a plus sign with the needle. Hold it with your thumb and go 1, 2, 3 times around and slide that under your thumb. And then still pinching, you pull the thread through and you'll have a knot each time. So now that we have our knot, I'm going to get rid of the end threads. And I'm going to close the spider up with a ladder stitch. And how a ladder stitch works, this is the edges of our fabric that we're sewing together. You come in, you travel up, you go across, travel up, go across, travel up, go across. So, and then when you pull this tight, you shouldn't see anything. And when I say travel up, I'm talking about under and the inside. So your needle comes up here, goes down here, comes up here, goes down there. So that's how a ladder stitch is done. And so I'm just going to start at one end. I'm going to bury my knot first. And I usually start a little higher up than the opening to do a couple stitches just to anchor everything. And then, like I said, you go across, travel. Oh, and you know what? See, first thing I did is I got a knot. And you know why? Because I didn't put any Thread Magic on my thread. So you take the Thread Magic. This should have been done before I started sewing, but I didn't. So you put the thread on top of the silicone. You could use the cap or you can use your finger. And you just slide the thread through the silicone. And I usually do it a couple of times. And this will help it from knotting and help it slide through. And obviously one will last you a while. And again, it's ideal to do it before you start sewing. But it will also help cut down your knots that you accidentally will get. So again, I pinch, I go in, travel up about 1/8 of an inch, come out on the same side I went in on, cross over to the opposite side, go in, travel up about 1/8 of an inch. And so you can see now it's just sliding through, it's not knotting on me. That's the silicone. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish sewing this guy closed, and then I'm going to go at top and bottom and make sure that those are anchored. If you hit the 1/4 inch marks that we marked, you wouldn't have a hole, but I obviously didn't, so I do. So I'm going to show you that I'm just going to pinch that and stitch it a couple more times to secure it. Okay. So there's his little seam. I'm going to tie a knot. Bury it. And then snip off the threads. So there is our little spider. Is he just not the cutest? He is ready to be a pincushion, a door stopper, a decoration. So we're gonna get his little legs up here. So we'll get some good photos for him, but there he is. So that's how to make a spider pincushion. And like I said, you could forgo the legs and make a pumpkin one, and then just take the leg technique and do a stem for the top. But this year we'll do a spider. Maybe next year we'll do the pumpkin. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I thank you for watching. And if you do make our happy little spider pincushion, make sure you leave it in the comments below or email us. You can find us at thewhimsicalworkshop.com. And I have enjoyed making this little guy with you, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you like and subscribe below. You can find the Whimsical Workshop on our website, thewhimsicalworkshop.com, and that has all links to all of our other social media platforms. Thanks for joining us.